Why Are the Arts Important? By Rihanna Smith. The National Standards for Art Education says this: the arts have been an inseparable part of the human journey. Indeed, we depend on the arts to carry us towards the fullness of our humanity. We value them for themselves, and because we do, we believe knowing and practicing them is fundamental to the healthy development of our children's minds and spirits. That is why, in any civilization, ours included, the arts are inseparable from the very meaning of the term education. We know that from a long experience that no one can claim to be truly educated who lacks the basic knowledge and skills in the arts. After reading this, it got me thinking. If there is such an emphasis on the arts and how it makes a child have a whole and complete education, why isn't it incorporated as frequently? If it truly carries us to the fullness of our humanity, why isn't that being grown as rapidly as it should be in schools today? Education in the arts is a fundamental part of the development of each human being. Those who have studied learning processes throughout the ages, beginning with Plato, have emphasized the importance of the arts in the education process. Arts education refers to the education in the disciplines of music, dance, theater, and visual arts. Studying the arts is essential to our society. They are a part of the cultural heritage of every American. The arts cannot be learned through an occasional or random exposure any more than math or science can. Education and engagement in the fine arts should be an essential part of school curriculum and an important component in the educational program of every school. There are several different ways the arts, when integrated into the classroom, build students into better lifelong learners. First, the arts reach students not normally reached in ways and methods not normally used. This leads to better student attendance and lower dropout rates. It changes the learning environment to one of discovery. This often reignites the love of learning in students tired of just being fed facts. Students connect with each other better. This often results in fewer fights, greater understanding of diversity, and greater peer support. The arts provide challenges to students of all levels. Each student can find his or her own level from the basic to gifted. Students learn to become sustained, self-directed learners. The student does not just become an outlet for stored facts from direct instruction, but seeks to extend instruction to higher levels of proficiency. The study of fine arts positively impacts the learning of students of lower socioeconomic status as much more than those of higher socioeconomic status. 21% of students of low socioeconomic status who have studied music scored higher in math versus just 11% of those who had not. By the senior year, these figures grew to 33% and 16% respectively, suggesting a cumulative value of music education. The primary sources of content information are no longer teacher lectures or textbooks. Learning is dependent upon how to find information and how to use that information quickly and creatively. Steve Jobs mentions the importance of creativity when he says, "Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they've had and synthesize new things. And the reason they were able to do that was that they've had more experiences or they have thought more about their experiences than other people. Unfortunately, too rarely a commodity. A lot of people in our industry haven't had very diverse experiences, so they didn't have lots of dots to connect, and they end up with a very linear solution without a broad perspective on the problem. The broader one's understanding of the human experience, the better design we will have. The workplace demands are for students to understand how to solve problems, how to build teams and coalitions, and how to incorporate the concepts of fairness into everyday decisions. Students need to be thinkers, possess people skills, be problem solvers, demonstrate creativity, and work as members of a team. We need to offer more in-depth learning about the things that matter the most, and the arts provide that. As a special education teacher, art integration is very important in my classroom. Because almost all of my students can only express themselves in specific ways, the arts offer them different opportunities to share with others what they are thinking, learning, or feeling. They are able to use dance, visual arts, or drama to do all of those things. This provides them with a more structured outlet to convey their thoughts and feelings.